For certain species, time on planet Earth is expiring. Human beings are the greatest threat to the survival of this endangered species, with hunting, habitat annihilation, and the impacts of environmental change causing a ton of the problems. Let's go over a list of the top 10 most endangered animals on the planet. Gorillas are intriguing animals that share 98% of their DNA with humans. They are capable of feeling emotions as we do, and even act like us at times. Did you realize they can laugh? There are two species, the eastern gorilla and the western gorilla, and the two of them have two subspecies. 3 out of this 4 species are critically endangered. There are about 150 to 180 grown-up gorillas left in the wild. In the same way as other endangered animals, their decrease is as a result of hunting, habitat loss, illness, and human conflict. Gorillas are slow to recover, as they have a low reproductive rate, which means females just conceive an offspring each 4 to 6 years. One female can only raise 3 or 4 times in the course of her life. The name rhinoceros comes from 2 Greek words, rhino and ceros, which when converted into English mean nose horn. It's an exceptionally fitting name. Unfortunately, however, hunting for their distinctive horns is their greatest danger. They are utilized in traditional Chinese medication and showed as a superficial point of interest, an exhibit of riches. They are excessively valued, such that a Javan rhino horn can sell for up to $30,000 per kilogram on the black market. Because of this, 3 of the 5 species of rhinoceros are among the most endangered species on the planet: the dark rhino, the Javan rhino, and the Sumatran rhino. The Javan rhino is the nearest to extinction, with just between 46 to 66 left, which are all in Ujung Kulon National Park in Indonesia. 2 species of sea turtle are critically endangered on the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species: hawksbill turtles and Kemp's Ridley turtles. Leatherback sea turtles are classified as vulnerable, however the populace is diminishing and a few subpopulations are confronting extinction. Hunting is perhaps the greatest danger to the sea turtles, with hunters focusing on their eggs, shells, meat and skin. They are additionally in danger from habitat loss, pollution, as well as climate change. Sand temperature decides the sex of hatchlings, with eggs creating as females in hotter temperatures. That implies, even little temperature changes could slant the sex proportion of the turtle's population. The sola is one of the most uncommon large mammals on Earth. It was first discovered in 1992 in the Annamite Range in Vietnam, an occasion so interesting it was hailed as one of the most staggering zoological discoveries of the 20th century. The sola is tricky and rarely seen. It is considered to be the Asian unicorn. Population numbers are difficult to decide with any accuracy, yet it is considered critically endangered, and it is one of the rarest large terrestrial mammals on Earth. It was whalers that gave the North Atlantic right whale its name. They are delicate giants that remain nearby coasts, and invest a great deal of energy at the surface skim, feeding on zooplankton, all of which makes them an easy target and the right whale to hunt. They were nearly cleared out by hunters, who are after their meat and oil-rich fat, known as blubber, and are currently perhaps the most endangered large whale. There are right now around 400 of them left, and around 100 breeding females. They are presently protected, and hunting is unlawful. Females don't breed for the initial 10 years of their life, and afterward, will bring forth a single calf each 6 to 10 years. They are still very much in danger of annihilation, with boat strikes and entanglement in fishing gear, the absolute greatest dangers. Vessel traffic additionally makes commotion with their ability to communicate with one another. Whales uses sound to find mates, locate food and keep away from predator, as well as to navigate and converse with one another. Environmental change and changing ocean temperatures might influence food availability, which will have a knock-on impact on survival and reproduction rates. Following the case of their relative the extinct dodo, tooth-billed pigeons are vanishing at a disturbing rate. They just live on Samoa, and there are currently 70 to 380 left in the wild, with no captive population to help protection endeavors. Very little is really known about tooth-billed pigeons. They are slippery and very rare. In the past, hunting has had a major impact in their decrease, and has killed huge number of them. It is illegal today, yet tooth-billed pigeons are still killed accidentally during hunts for other species. As of now, one of their main threats is habitat loss. Huge spaces of their home have been cleared to make space for agriculture. They are likewise in danger of predation from obtrusive species, which includes cats. Gharials are fish-eating crocodiles from India. They have long snouts with a huge bump on the end, which looks like a pot known as a gara, which is where they get their name. They spend most of their time in freshwater, rivers, only leaving the water to bask in the sun and lay eggs. Unfortunately, gharial numbers have been in decay since the 1930s and, tragically, this huge crocodilian is currently near annihilation. There are about 100 to 300 remaining in the wild. Their decrease is because of a few issues, however all human-made. Habitat loss, pollution and trapped-in fishing nets represent probably the greatest threats, alongside hunters that target them for use in conventional medication. Kakapos are nocturnal ground-staying parrots from New Zealand, but then another creature brought to the edge of extinction by humans. They are critically endangered with only about 140 remaining, with every one with an individual name. They were once common all through New Zealand and Polynesia, but presently inhabit only 2 little islands off the shoreline of southern New Zealand. One of the main threats to kakapos is predation from presented species, for example, cats and stoats that hunt using scent. A kakapo's instinct response is to freeze and mix in with the background when threatened. It is successful against hunters that depend on sight and not smell. Females additionally leave the nest unattended when looking for food, leaving the eggs openly accessible to predators. Escalated protection measures mean the population is on the increase now, which is positive. Be that as it may, hereditary variety is low among the remaining kakapo, which could influence survival later on, particularly in case they are struck by a disease. Sadly, Amur leopard are one of the world's most endangered large cats. There were about 92 Amur leopards left inside their natural range. That number is currently estimated to be under 70. Like all species on our endangered list, humans are the greatest threat to the Amur leopard. They are additionally in danger from habitat loss, due principally to natural and human-made fire. Climate change is additionally changing Amur leopard's natural surroundings, and prompting a diminishing in prey accessibility. The vaquita is both the smallest and the most endangered marine mammal on the planet. There are about 6 to 22 vaquitas left. Their biggest threat is from the illicit fishing of totoba, a huge fish popular on account of its swim bladder. Vaquitas accidentally end up entangled in the gill net set for totoba, and drown because they can no longer swim to the surface to breathe. Conservation efforts prompted the presentation of a prohibition on gillnets in vaquita habitat back in July 2016, however illegal fishing proceeds, and the threat remains. Traditionalists are additionally attempting to diminish interest for totoba. That brings us to the end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for staying and see you in the next video.